Morning. Let's start the daily development person. First topic is about NCRT. What is the news? Recently, the government on a Education Minister announced that NCRT has been granted the status of deemed university. So NCRT has granted the status of a deemed university. This announcement was made during an event celebrating the 63rd Foundation Day of NCRT. While NCRT is celebrating its 63rd Foundation Day, the same day, the Union Education Minister, Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan, declared that NCRT has been granted the status of a deemed university. So, the Union Education Minister declared that NCRT would be granted the status of a deemed university. Change in status will enable NCRT to offer graduate, postgraduate, and doctoral degrees, expanding its academic offerings. So, with the deemed university status, NCRT will be able to offer graduate, postgraduate, and doctorate degrees, which will expand its academic offering. Okay, merger of Bal Bhavan and Bal Batika, Dharmendra Pradhan. Okay, also propose the merger of Bal Bhavan and Bal Batika with NCRT, who aims to provide holistic education to children by integrating these institutions into NCRT's educational framework. Okay. Background of NCRT. NCRT was established in 1961 under the Society Act and play a crucial role in assisting and advising the government in matters related to school education. It has been brought to the development okay. So the deemed to be university status institution that are granted the status of deemed to be university by the central government on the advice of the University Grant Commission enjoy the academic status and privileges of an university. Status allow them to offer a wider range of academic programs. Okay. So this allow them okay. So inauguration of the labs. In the event, Pradhan inaugurated 3 labs, including a lab focused on virtual reality education and another dedicated to teacher training center. Labs are expected to enhance the quality of education and training offered by NCRT. Okay. Apart from while attending annual celebration, the minister also inaugurated labs. Okay. So three labs. Okay. And one lab will focus on. Okay. Okay. So one lab was dedicated to that education, virtual reality education, and another dedicated to a teacher training center. National Education Policy Reference. Education Minister did parallel between the success of Chandrayaan 3. Okay. Chandrayaan 3. Okay. Chandrayaan 3 and the National Education Policy expressed confidence that the NEP could be a successful at the recent ISRO project, highlighting the importance of educational reforms in India. Okay. So curriculum development. Prior to this announcement, NCRT had formed a committee tasked with setting the curriculum and text class 3 to 12. Committee's primary goal is to align the curriculum with the national curriculum framework for school education. Okay. Developed under the guidance of K. Kasturi Rangan led steering committee as part of the National Education Policy NEP 2020 implementation. Okay. Educational reforms and alignment. Okay. Providing higher education. Additionally, the event highlighted the importance of educational reforms and alignment of the curriculum with the National Education Policy. National Education Council for Education and Training. This NCRT is a vital institution in India's. So, vital institution in India's education landscape. Established in 1961 by the Government of India, NCRT operates as an autonomous organization with the primary mission of improving the quality of school education in the country. So, the primary focus of NCRT is to improve the quality of school education in India. Okay. Research in school education. NCRT's foremost objective is to conduct, promote, and implement research in areas related to education. Research serves as a foundation for developing policies, strategies, and practices. Textbook development. Okay. This research serves So textbook development, NCERT is responsible for preparing and publishing model textbook for various subjects and grade levels. These text supplementary materials, in addition to textbook, NCERT develops supplementary materials to support and enhance the learning process. These materials include workbooks, reference book, and other resources to assist students and teachers. NCERT not only provides the things for the students, it also provides the material and supplementary reading things for the teachers also. Make education qualitative for the students. Educational publications, NCERT publishes newsletters, journals and research papers in the field of education. These publications disseminate valuable information, research findings and best practices to findings and best practices to educators, policymakers and the public. Educational kits and digital materials. NCERT creates educational kits and multimedia digital material. Okay. Facilitate interactive and engaging learning experiences for students. Okay. These resources align with modern educational technology and pedagogical practices. Teachers training. NCERT plays a crucial role in organizing so plays a crucial role in organizing service and in-service training program for teachers. These training initiatives aim to enhance teachers' pedagogical skills, subject knowledge, and teaching method. So this is where NCERT, since its establishment, has been playing very proactive role. Okay, educational kit and digital materials. NCERT creates kits and multimedia digital materials to facilitate. Okay, the teachers training, NCERT play crucial role in organizing service and in-service training programs for teachers. These training initiatives aim to enhance teachers' pedagogical skill, subject knowledge, and teaching methods. Innovative educational techniques. NCERT is dedicated to developing and disseminating innovative educational techniques and practices. It encourages the adoption of effective teaching method and approaches that cater to diverse learning needs, because different students have different learning needs. NCERT provides different things, different collaboration and networking. NCERT collaborates and network with state educational department, universities, non-governmental organization, and other educational institutions. This collaboration fosters the exchange of ideas, resources, and expertise to improve the educational system in the country. Okay, so clearing house information. NCERT serves as a clearing house for ideas and information to school education, collects, synthesizes, and disseminates educational data, research findings, and policy recommendations. This is most important. Than designing the curriculum, it also collects, synthesizes, and data to the students, teachers, and the education planners. Okay. Recommendations. Universalized elementary education. NCERT engages itself program with other countries in the field of developing countries. NCERT offers training facilities and expertise to educational personnel from developing countries. This development in partner countries. Education system and access to quality education for all students. NCERT is and right now, so other states and imbibe by the and will expand the door for its expo for multi-dimensional activity and better quality and better standard of Ramnath Kovind to dissolved due to various reasons. This applies to both the state legislatures and the Lok Sabha. The term of legislative assembly and the Lok Sabha may not synchronize with one another. The idea of one nation, one election envisages a system where election to all states and will have to be held simultaneously. This will involve the restructuring of the Indian election centers. It may be dissolved sooner. Okay, Article 85 2b, a dissolution ends the very life of the existing house. New house is constituted after general election. Article 172 1, State Assembly unless sooner dissolved shall continue for 5 years. Article 174 2b, the governor has the power to dissolve the assembly on the aid and advice of the cabinet. The governor may apply his mind when the advice comes from the chief minister whose majority is in doubt. In Article 356, imposition of residence rules in a state. For a constitutional amendment, two-thirds members of the House must be present to vote. For an amendment to the Constitution needs the support of two-thirds members of the House. They must be present and voting for a constitutional amendment. Okay. A consensus of all political parties and state government is needed. After the constitutional amendment bill is passed in the parliament, it needs to be ratified by half the states in India through resolutions in their assemblies. Not only two-thirds majority in the parliament, but also it needs ratification by half the states in India through a resolution that effect in their assemblies. Simultaneous election were the norm until 1967. But but following dissolution of some legislative assemblies in 1968 and 1969 and that of the Lok Sabha in December 1970, election to the state assemblies and parliament have been held separately. The idea of reverting to simultaneous rule was mooted in the annual report of the Commission in 1983. Okay, the Law Commission report also recorded the same in 1998. President Bush came ahead of the 2014 Lok Sabha election. After that, 2019 election was held on the same old method, but right before the 2024 election, due 2024, so this idea is gaining momentum. Argument in favor: simultaneous rule reduce enormous cost involved in involved in separate election. Simultaneous rule will reduce enormous costs involved in separate elections. Frequent election pose a huge burden on resources. Security personnel and government officials are effectively put on election duty for many months in a year because elections different time and different places. It's a mobilization of the security forces and the government officials. They can be used for a specific period and then will be made free, strengthening democracy to ensure consistency, continuity, and governance, which are integral to democracy. The system will help ruling parties focus on governance instead of being constantly in election mode. Simultaneous pool will boost voter turnout because the same voter will go to the parliament and election the same day, and definitely when the two elections are due, and he will definitely be encouraged to go once and cast vote for both the state assembly election as well as the Lok Sabha election to encourage voters wider participation. For curbing corruption, simultaneous election can also be a means to curb corruption and build a more conducive socio-economic ecosystem. And the Election Commission's effort to curb illicit finance are laudable. Election continue to be a conduit for black money and corruption. Frequent electoral cycles. Frequent electoral cycles disturb normal public life by impacting the delivery of essential services. They also provide opportunity for unscrupulous elements to create tears the social fabric of society. Arguments against it also provide opportunity to unscrupulous elements to create tears in the social fabric of the society. Argument against it: national and state issues are different, and holding simultaneous election is likely to affect the judgment of the voters. Since elections will be held once in 5 years, to reduce the government's accountability to the people, because for 5 years both the state and the central government take it at liberty, and this election in between, once for the Lok Sabha, one for the Assembly, makes the party responsible. And in case of simultaneous election for the next 5 years, they will be sleeping like Kumbhakarna after being elected. Repeated election keep legislators on their toes and in accountability. When an election in the state is postponed until the synchronized phase, presidents will have to be imposed in the interim period in their state. Be a blow to democracy and federalism. Complexity of such an exercise is that simultaneous rules would benefit the nationally dominant party at a cost of the regional players. And and the complications that could arise if any of the government were to collapse before completing its term. A study conducted by IDFC Institute in 2015 found Institute in 2015 found that there is 77% chance that voters will choose the same winning political party or alliance in the state assembly and Lok Sabha if elections are held simultaneously. That means be a big advantage for the national parties. Okay, so the study conducted by IDFC found that there is 77% chance that voters will choose the same winning political party or alliance in the state. Okay. Okay. That means the national party will be an advantage. However, if elections are held 6 months apart, 61% of the voters choose the same party. To be able to hold simultaneous election, the issue will need around 30 lakhs EVM, a huge number and not available in the country. If we enforce the system of simultaneous, you need to coordinate legislative power to unseat a government. Okay, that is. So it will input the system simultaneous elections would need to coordinate legislative power to unseat the government. The Law Commission's 2018 draft report 2018, the Law Commission of India under Justice B.S. Chauhan said simultaneous election can be held within the existing framework of the Constitution. Suggested at least 5 constitutional amendments holding simultaneous poll for the Lok Sabha and the State Assembly because since 1967 the system has been changed, but till 67 that was the system, and there is substantial increase in number of voters, number of polling booths, and the cases of violence in the booth, the need of the security forces, the polling officials, and increased menace of money and muscle power. Okay. Suggested at least 5 amendments. The commission suggested that at least 50% of the states should ratify the amendment. Okay, because any amendment for this need the ratification of 50% of the states. So, getting the ratification by percent states is really okay. So the suggestions at least it suggested at least 5 constitutional amendments. Commission suggested that at least 50% of the states should ratify the amendment to make it acceptable by the states. The draft cited no confirmation motion and premature dissolution of the state assembly as major hurdles to simultaneous election because if the no confidence motion pass or the assembly is dissolved prematurely, then what will be the status of the one nation one election? Because some assembly will fall and election are to be conducted for them, then how to combine them with the national election? Okay. To circumvent such situation, commission said no confidence motions placed with a constructive vote of no confidence. In this scenario, the government may only be removed if there is a confidence in an alternative government. Fine. So If no contest motion is passed, the government can be removed provided there is a alternative party who is ready to take over power in the place of the elected government, which will be removed by the no confidence motion. Fine. Holding simultaneous election would cut down on the cost involved in security. Experts argue that it will increase efficiency administrative setup throughout the country, since slow down the consideration pooling can help ensure continue the policy and programs of the central and state government. Currently, the model code of conduct is imposed whenever elections are set to take place, putting a ban on the launch of new projects for public welfare for the period. Simultaneous elections be adopted easily, but it has doubtful and difficult implications. The basic pool reforms. The basic pool reforms. Okay. So, on the other hand, are difficult to push through, but has durable positive implications for the parliamentary democracy and federal system that we have adopted. That is why, so right now, think of simultaneous election basis. Then the typically, okay. So recently, human tigers and leopards migrate about the streets in the rolling cloaking show at Pulikali to lend and carnival skill of Onam celebration. Pulikali tiger dance is type of Kerala folk art. The fourth day of the Onam celebration, artists paint their bodies with yellow, red, and black stripes and dance to the rhythm of the traditional procession. Percussion instruments such as the takil, tuku, and the chenda. Carnival takes place in the Swaraj ground in the three districts. Participants dressed in various bright colors and masks. Main theme of the folk art is tiger hunting. Participant playing the role of a tiger and hunter. It was introduced by Maharaja Ram Barman Sakkan Tuparu Ampuran, the former monarch of Kochi. The biggest and the most important festival in the state of Kerala, the harvest festival celebrated at the beginning of the month of Kam, the first month of Malayalam calendar. The carnival of Onam lasts from 4 to 10 days. The first day Atham and the 10th day Tirunam are the most important of all. According to the popular legend, festival is celebrated to welcome King Mahabali, whose spirit is said to visit Kerala at the time of Onam. So King Mahabali visited Kerala at the time of Onam. Okay. So, so another key feature of the it was introduced by Maharaja Ram Barban. It was the biggest and the most important festival in the state of Kerala. The harvest festival celebrated at the beginning of the month of Chingam, the first month of the Malayalam calendar. The carnival of Onam lasts from 4 to 10 days. The first day Atham and the 10th day is Puram. According to popular legend, festival celebrated to welcome King Mahabali, whose spirit is said to visit Kerala at the time of Onam. Another key feature of the Bhalamakali, the snake boat race held on the river Pampa. The Kaikoti Kali and the Tumbi Tulal are the two graceful dances performed by women on the Onam. Then the next topic is the air quality life index annual update 20. Recent report titled Air Quality Life Index Annual Update 2023 by the University of Chicago Energy Policy Institute. University of Chicago Energy Policy Institute has published the air quality life index by the Energy Policy Institute shed light on the extent of this issue and its profound effect on the region's population. Air pollution is a critical concern in South Asia. Countries like Bangladesh, India, Nepal, and Pakistan facing alarming levels of particulate pollution. Life expectancy reduction, air pollution in South Asia reduced the average lifespan of individual by staggering 5.1 years. The most affected countries are Bangladesh, India, Nepal, and Pakistan, collectively accounting for more than half of the global life years lost due to high pollution level. Comparative impact on health rates. Poor air quality decreases life expectancy by an average of 5.3 years per person in India. In contrast, cardiovascular diseases lead to a reduction of around 5.4 years, while a child and maternal malnutrition certain life expectancy by 1.8 years. Notably, tobacco use reduces life expectancy by up to 20.8 years, demonstrating the severe impact of air pollution. Rising pollution level. The average person in South Asia experiences particulate pollution level that are 51.3% higher than those in 2000. Had pollution levels remained constant from 2000, residents would have faced a loss of 3.3 years life expectancy as opposed to the 5.2 years projected in 2021. Okay. Country specific impact. Bangladesh ranked as the most polluted country globally despite 2.1% pollution in 2012. Pollution level have remained significantly high. The country faces an average life expectancy reduction of 6 years per person. India, second most polluted nation. 1.3 billion people live in area WHO guidelines for particulate pollution. Over the years, particulate pollution increased by 67.7%, leading to a decline in average life expectancy by by 2.3%. Okay. Pipe level in India increased from 56.2 UG cubic meter to 8.7 UG cubic meter between 20 10 times the WHO guidelines. Delhi's annual average matter 2.5 level in 26.5, causing a reduction of life expectancy by 11.9 years. That means this is the most polluted among all the cities in India. In the Baro Medao Wildlife Sanctuary, Chhattisgarh High Court had dismissed a public investigation that aimed to designate the Baro Medao Wildlife Sanctuary Tiger Reserve and the Chilpi Range as a buffer zone. Location and geographical features. The Boramdeo, it is Boramdeo Wildlife Sanctuary is located in the Audra district of Chhattisgarh, India. It shares a border with Kanna National Park in Madhya Pradesh, making tiger habitat in central. Covering an area of approximately 3 to 4 kilometers, the sanctuary is part of the Michael range of the Satpura Hills. The wildlife sanctuary serves as a origin for the Fen and the Sankari rivers. Okay. These two rivers Okay. The It is particularly known for its tiger population, contributing to tiger conservation efforts in India. The main species, the sanctuary is habited by various wildlife species, including tigers, leopards, wild ducks, cloth deer, sambar deer, barking deer, cheetal, spotted deer, gaur, Indian bison, and the numerous birds and reptiles. It is home to a wide variety of flora and fauna, making biodiversity efforts in the region. Particularly known for its tiger population, contributing to tiger conservation efforts in India. The main species of plants found in the sanctuary include sal, saja, tinsa, kara, and the haldu. Then the Mitaskara law could held that a child born of a void or voidable marriage can inherit the parent's share in a joint Hindu family property governed by the Mitaskara law. So what is the Mitaskara law? So it has been clarified that such a child could not only be entitled to rights in to the property of any other persons in the family. Section 16 of the Hindu Marriage Act has statutorily conferred legitimacy to turn out of void or voidable marriages. In fact, Chief Justice Chandrachud points out that Section 63 stipulates that children from void and void marriages have a right to their parents' property. For Mitakhara law, the Mitakhara law school of Hindu law codified at the Hindu Act 1956 governs succession, inheritance, and property, but only recognized males as legal heirs. The law applied to everyone who is not a Muslim and Parsi or Jew by religion. These Sikh Jain and followers of the Arya Samaj Brahmo Samaj are also considered Hindu for the purpose of this law. Women were recognized as co-partners or joint legal heirs for participation arising from 2005. 6 of the Act was amended that year to make a daughter of a co-partner also a co-partner by birth in her own right in the same manner. Fine. Okay. So, women were recognized as co-partners or joint legal heirs for participation arising from 2005. The Mitakhar law of succession governing Hindu undivided families applied to whole of India except Bengal and Assam. And then coming to the question, Bhakti movement received a remarkable reorientation. The advent of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Bhakti movement was an important landmark in the cultural history of the medieval India. Okay. So, which was brought about by a galaxy of social religious forms. Bhakti movement was a reformative movement characterized by intense devotion or love of God. The movement focused on reformed Indian society, which was shadowed by Brahmanical dominance. Early 16th century was marked by rise of Bhakti saint Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in India. He was a Vaishnavi saint and an ardent follower of Lord Krishna. According to his followers, he was an incarnation of Lord Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu helped broaden the scope of Bhakti movement in following ways. On the request of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he selected 6 disciples called Goswami, started a systematically present the theories of Bhakti This was revolutionary within the Bhakti movement as it was not known so far on wide scale. Chaitanya propagated his without relinquishing the caste identity, but the accepted the lower caste people as a devotee. The unique as most of the Bhakti saints relinquished hierarchy and rigidity. Chaitanya cult became popular among the people, including some Muslim scholars. The inception of Chaitanya movement, a favorite and characteristic form of worship was group singing known as the Kirtan. The concept was that chanting the name of God brings the devotee closer to Him. This concept was to some extent similar to that of Sama, a Sufi tradition of exalting and chanting the name of God in His presence. Thus, it is no wonder that Kirtan and Sama attracted the blank Bhakti devotees of Hindus and the Muslims towards each other's tradition and form the basic for composite culture. Unlike most of Bhakti saints, Chaitanya's associates range from the higher caste to lower caste. The association with the acharyas made his doctrines acceptable to a wider population, and later his teachings were spread by the higher and lower caste people alike. Chaitanya, though belonging to higher caste, from the voice of the oppressed Rodan, he became the bridge to the social tension in India. The highly venerated disciples, including Rupa, Satana, and Jiva, all of whom were marginalized. The message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or the Gaudiya school of thought is now propagated to Eastern movement across the world. Most of participation of devotees around the world. In other words, it can be said that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu not only revolutionized Bhakti movement but also universality, because through the Eastern or Eastern side for Krishna consciousness, the so the principles. Okay, then coming to the MCQs, how many of the following statements are true regarding the uh, Dev Wildlife Sanctuary? Dev Wildlife Sanctuary was in news, okay, because of the matter was sub judice. Okay. But Chhattisgarh, right, a sanctuary famous for ancient Buddhist monastery, wrong. Dev Wildlife Sanctuary is home to a significant population of tiger. So 1 and 2 are correct, so only 2 are correct. But because option 2 is incorrect, so 1 and 3 are correct. So option will be B. Which statement is true regarding the fin whales? Fin whales are the smallest species of whales, wrong. Fin whales are listed at the list concern of the IUCN red list, correct. Fin whales are found in ocean worldwide, inhabiting temperate and the polar regions. Statement D is correct. Recently, the Mitakhar law is in news. A Hindu school of law, a law school, and govern the succession of property in a Hindu undivided family, right? We also talk about the right of daughters to inherit the property. Both 1 and 2 are correct for question number 3. That's the following statement in the context of the Deemed University of India. Deemed University can design their curriculum, conduct their examinations, and make decisions regarding faculty appointment and other administrative. That is right. A degree awarded by Deemed University are recognized by the government and are considered equivalent to degree from traditional university. Right. They have the admission process which include entrance exams, interview, and academic criteria. So, right, university do not recognize receive grant and funding from government agencies and other sources. Okay, so here three are correct because four is incorrect. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Consider the following statement regarding the one nation, one election. The Indian government has formed a committee led by Ramnath Kovind on this. This applies to both the state election and the Lok Sabha election. So here both 1 and 2 are correct. Which of the following statement about the fungi is true? Fungi is photosynthetic organism. So that is incorrect. Yes, they are a type of fungi commonly used in baking and brewing, right? Fungi belongs to the plantae kingdom. That is incorrect. 2 is correct. Then central banker report card 2025. The next question. Central banker report card by the global finance. Okay, the global finance has released the global banker report card 2020. Reference to Digital Service Act of the European Union. Consider the following statement. Social media companies are required to add new for faster removal of content deemed illegal or harmful. Okay. Users should display personalized ads directed towards minor or based on incorrect. Doesn't impose penalty for non-compliance. Okay. So how many is correct? Only one is correct. Then 9 with reference to G20. It was formed in 2009. Okay, incorrect. It was in the back of the financial crisis in the South Asia. Okay, presidents are related to the GDP. 20 president rotates biannually. So no, only one is correct. That is two. The Virpal Sairam railway project was in news due to the collapse of the under construction railway bridge. It is Mizoram, northeastern state of Mizoram is the place where this Vairabi Iron Relay project is under construction. Thank you for watching. Keep watching regularly. Go expose yourself to the development on a daily basis. Thank you.